Hello, and welcome to the extensor stream, the extensor forum stream. So yeah, I'll just be further adjusting these, further adjusting these a bit more. Um, and like I said, just if you got any questions or anything like that, definitely just comment. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. I'm gonna start with the extensor carpi ulnaris. So I was actually looking at the reference here. Where is it? I'm sorry, extensor carpi ulnaris. And I think movement's actually going to be pretty straightforward for this. Because it like covers, like it looks like it covers the latter part of the ulna. So I'm just going to go ahead and inflate. Oops. So using my mouse, so that's why I decrease that. This looks like ooh, I should not say looks like. Let me be 100% certain. Okay, so extensor. Okay, oh yeah, I already did have it. Extensor carpi ulnaris, origin and insertion. Surgery from the lateral epicondyle of the humerus and the posterior border of the ulna. Let's see. Let's see, okay. This is a bit closer to like right here. Let's just get an idea of like this area. 1 second. So I'm just like, I'm not too concerned about the shape right now. I mean, I definitely still should be technically, but I'm just gonna like bank on smoothing it out by doing this like technique I was doing pretty much the last stream. So Q-mesh, all polygons. Let's do something like this, doing deeper normals. That looks very strange. Oh, sweet. Now it's down here. Alright. Sorry, hold on 1 sec. Hold on. Just doing some very big streamer stuff. Looks mostly okay. I was like, oh my god, I swear to god, this was had the same issue. So now after that, oh, so you can do like a group by normals, and I think you find that geometry. Shoot, how did I do it? Whoa, where was that? It's in polygroups. Yeah, group by normals. With the and I actually included the. Oh, did I include the maximum? Yeah, I did. So because sometimes like this is actually relatively easy. You can just do it on like the default state or with the default settings. But in some pieces, I mean, I recommend doing this mostly for like hard surface type things, or things you might want to smooth out, I guess. But you can mess around with the max angle if you need to get like things that are a bit more complex than something that's a bit boxy like this. But anyways, I do that, and then I do a polish by groups, and that can be found. Polish by groups. All right, and honestly, I'm just going to do that just to smooth it out just a bit more. Of course, just move things around if I need to. In this case, definitely. And you also don't really have to like, you don't have to sit with whatever, you don't have to like stick to these changes. You can always just like select the one group that you wanna, at least like once this is how you want it to look. You can select that group and then you just like delete hidden and do it again, because just to match what I was doing with the others. For normals. And well, actually, you know what? Before I do, yeah, let me just make sure these are in the right position. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty slim too. 1 second. And cover a bit. Well, let me see. Posterior forearm before I decide that. Where's that in the reference? Okay, this is good to look at too. So I know the Inconius. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is probably going to be a bit lower. Something like this, I guess. You. It's almost like it's underneath. It's still pretty. Okay. You know, if you know of more efficient ways to control these vertices in ZBrush, at least, so I kind of want to just reaffirm or just continue to polish and learn more about ZBrush, and just, you know, keeping the workflow in here as long as I can. I know that's probably not conducive to a professional environment, but I also just want to enjoy using this software. So. Well, I mean, I do enjoy using it, but I think I'd enjoy it more if I can get past these tedious parts. You know what? I think I'll just look up stuff for that. It's double one? Okay. Okay, so, oh, well, no, that's okay. Let's just grab all of these guys. Well, This would be a lot thinner. All right, and the insertion. I'm pretty sure it was the base of the metacarpal, but let me double check. Yep, base of the 5th metacarpal. Okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. Not gonna get it perfect. Let me inflate this just a bit because it's a bit too close. Oh shoot! Flip. Just a oop. It's just a bit too close. Oh, okay. That's alright. Oh, that's breaking things. Cool. I'll just flip. Wait. Okay, I think I flipped it at some point. Oh, it's still doing it. Now it's worse. What the fudge? Shoot. Yeah, let's try. I thought I put fixed measure. Guess when I did. Oh, it's here. Oh, oh my god. I'm a genius. I didn't delete the previous extrusion. Okay. So I'll just do like a little bit of a polish. And actually, you know, maybe it should be a bit thicker. A little bit. Edge, BCM, transpose again. Inflate that just a bit. Oh, that's actually pretty good. And repeat. I'm only doing this way because for me, I guess the way how I think about it is that this is going to be like pretty thin, so I kind of want to mimic that a bit. Of course, I'll probably have problems sculpting down the line, but just having fun. Be cool. Maybe I'll figure something new out. All right, let's do. Kind of looks like it's. Oh, okay. I don't think this one's actually seen. Yep, I'm right. Okay. Yeah, it's like it peaks, but it's mostly like a pinky muscle. Is that like? I think it was Michelangelo who. There was a statue had its pinky extended, and this little part was like bulging out. So I think this I can like push it back for now because I think I have to rework the digitorum just a bit. And let me, oh shit, did I delete the breaking out? Okay. Just let's see. And I think extensor, okay. I'll just hide these for now. And I'll just get this done. Why does this look so low? It's just so it's a little bit easier to tell what's the bone and what isn't. There's no color right now. Let's go ahead and just inflate these bad bullets. It looks like they insert probably the middle flange, like the base of the middle flanges. That's kind of what it looks like. Let me double check. That's the extensor digitorum. Whoa, digitorum longus. Okay. The medial, yeah, the medial. Yep. Okay, let's do this. Right. Oh, his back face on. Well, there's a small break, but it's okay. I'll just extrude if I need to. Okay, so Qmesh, Smasher, group 0, 1, Smash. Oops. Dang it. Fangus is looking funky. Okay. Condyle, the humerus, tensor tendon, the adjacent antebrachial fascia, and intermuscular septa. I'm gonna have to see that. I think this gives a decent. Hold on 1 second. Hello? Hey, how you doing, baby? Hey. You're... Oh, okay. Are you... You're driving back, or... Mm. I think I'm good. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, see you, baby. Alright, bye. Drive safe. Love you. Alright, I'm back. Back in the New York groove. Right, easy M. Delete. Alright, okay, so it's right next to the N counties. Okay, I see where, okay. Oops. Let's just get this over there. And I cannot help but like think about that Kevin Hart roast. That was in I knew about all the racist jokes, and I was just like, I kind of want to see what Regina Hall says and Cat Williams and stuff. But Jesus Christ, it was so bad. Like, I mean, I guess like Pete Davidson, some of his jokes are pretty good, but Christ, like that was something. Kind of starts to merge. Oh shit! What I can do is do a mask. Thickness. Alright, okay, so now I can turn those other ones back on. And I can see that this is kind of covered by it. Huh? What? Or is it just... Okay, it's just against it. Okay, okay. Okay, so this looks all right. Where... Maybe a little bit over. BCM. Let's go to the same Q mesh thing. Whoa. I was excited at the extrusion. Let's see. Excited at the extrusion. Okay. Alright, let's go back for a sec and see what's going on here. Oh, it's an extra piece of geometry here. If I do double, there must be issues all over this actually. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is actually delete things. Delete. Auto groups. Delete that. It's back. Now that it'll be the base of the middle carpal. Yeah, the middle carpal is whichever. I think I can go ahead and edit this a bit too. Maybe not all of the edges. There we go. And extrude. Nice. Let's just make this a bit. Okay. So it's a bit smaller. Do you know what I think? That's already going to be handled, so I don't have to. Shouldn't be stressing this too much. PCM. And insert. Let's pull edge loops. Oh, yeah, like the Kevin Hart thing. Yeah, it just seemed really weird, to be completely honest. Very, very strange. Just being humiliated in that way. Okay, BZM. Qmesh. I don't know. Like, I get it's a rose, but man, it was I don't think a lot of those people was joking, like, the way they were talking. And then insert match. Insert edge, I mentioned. I don't know, I mean, I don't really know, like, I get that there's like acting, you know, like these are all actors and actresses who, and comedians who, you know, do all their things or whatever. I don't know. It was just very strange. Like, they had that shit. Oh, they had them jokes just waiting. They was just waiting to sun him, you know, like, I don't know. And it's like the people he's around is like making those racist jokes is kind of very telling too, to be honest. I didn't even have to do that. Keep it normal. No, it's very telling, to be honest. The fact that he's just okay with that type of humor. Knowing, you know, how, just knowing the times that we're living in, you know? Like, there's so many attacks on, there's so many attacks right now. Oh, let me, oh shoot, inflate 2, okay. I thought when it was masked, the function didn't happen, or didn't go through or something like that. But it's just, the times that we're living in now, it's just crazy that there's like Nazis making black jokes on Netflix is kind of wild. I don't know. It's very strange times we're living in. But to be completely honest, though, there were like people there that, you know, already showed their ass in a lot of ways. Like Tiffany Haddish, for one. You know, being there is kind of enough, considering her stance on what's going on in Palestine. I don't know. I mean, I understand the weight and the gravity of saying things like that, especially online, but times are like real bad. I don't know if, you know. Okay. I think that's kind of okay. I'm gonna have to like round out a lot of this, which is okay. Okay, so this is the extensor carpi radialis brevis. Let's go all just to, from the lateral epicondyle of the humerus via the common extensor tendon, ligament, and this right fascia inserts into the base of the third metacarpal bone. Okay. So the third. Let's hide you just for a sec. So the angle of this hand tells me, it's definitely the left hand. Posterior. So. Okay, it does, but they just cover it, I guess. I do wonder how the sculpting scene is. Like, I wonder what people are generally up to right now. Like, I think people are still working, but it's just most people I see are either like looking for work or career swapping, like me. I don't know. I kind of feel like I feel like the trends of the industry would be like as a 3D artist, it's like I think it'd be way more important to understand how to use programs like Marvelous Designer and how to create hair. Uh, as for like doing stuff like this, like anatomy, I think the basic understanding of it is probably what's going to be, wanted. Because they don't want. I mean, like say like they're creating, characters or characters with like multiple arms or something like that. Understanding anatomy can help make that a bit more believable, but with AI, and I don't think people are leaning into it as much as the media is making it seem. To be completely honest, because I'm like, it doesn't make sense, um, but I do think going forward, like I said, I think the driving skill sets will most likely be working with Marvelous or like clothes, basically making custom clothes that are really good and making it real time and available, and then hair, because those two things are like really hard to do, and even and even though we do have AI and stuff that can do a lot of things, I think the biggest thing is just what is it called? Sorry, I'm losing my train of thoughts. I'm like splitting my photos right now. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, like a lot of those things will still be needed because as much as you can do stuff with AI, I think there's like shit like I think Mesh AO or something like that where you can use it to create 3D models, and I guess like if you zero mesh enough, you can retopologize. And I also did hear that there's like a nanite version coming out for like characters, or it's already out. I don't remember, but that is also kind of crazy. Can't hold you. But I don't know. I think human creativity is always going to kind of trump a lot of that. Not in the sense of like people continuing to lean. I think people are gonna value analog a lot more because AI essentially is destroying the internet. Like what use would there be believing shit that I see on the computer, um, when everything can be fake? Like people are questioning everything these days, like even things that look realistic. So like for me, I just think a lot of the digital work is gonna be harder to come by, or people are gonna be more interested in seeing streams like this where at least like up until the point that they try to push AI into that. I think YouTube does a pretty decent job of keeping AI out of YouTube, but outside of that, I think people are gonna value human work like a lot more, like paintings, like clay sculpture for one. I think they're gonna value that a lot more than this. But I mean, I'm enjoying this. It's not like too dissimilar in my opinion. I mean, in a lot of ways, it definitely is. But in the end, I can understand why clay sculpture would be far more interesting and appealing to watch because you're seeing it in real time and you can like talk to that person in person. Like I think streams like these are great, but I think what people value the most is genuine human connection, and AI is not is not going to replace that. So I don't know. I think when it comes to doing work like this, I think unless you're working in real time, like I don't know, movies are questionable, but like real time is in like video games or stuff like that, or even like animation maybe. Oh well, that's a bit questionable. To be completely honest with you, it's a bit questionable considering AI being able to, or even considering that like I think there's programs that are blending with like DCC software with Blender, like say like Blender for example. I think I haven't really been following news with Maya, or even like 3ds Max. But I do know that there's like a extension where you can, and I think it's also in Unreal Engine 5 as well. But there's an extension where you can essentially, use whatever footage you want and create mocap data off of that. And that's like a quick way to, do things like making emotes and stuff. So even like animation, I did hear though that, man, I should really cite these sources, but I did hear that, let me type it up. Disney switching to making art, making hand-drawn animation. Like, I think I heard this about. Oh, okay, let's see. Yeah, it is Disney. Let's see where this is. Okay, let me find a non-Facebook Reddit. Well, oddly enough, maybe Reddit actually might be reputable. Wow, it's a little crazy. Trying to find recent information. Because I have to figure out how to like turn off the AI search on my Google, or at least like actually put time into doing it, because it's probably not as hard as it seems. But I did see in the AI search. Okay, I guess Instagram. Jesus. This isn't even like reputable though. It's an Instagram post. Yeah, I see a petition. I thought they already did that. I mean, I'm seeing it on Instagram, but okay, maybe this. Living Fearless. Disney recently launched a 2D training program mentoring the entire alongside veterans. And okay, yeah, see, okay. Who was the author for this? Oh, just the editorial team. Oh, nice. Well, yeah, I mean, possibly. It seems like Disney might return to hand-drawn animation, so. My point is just that I think analog is going to make a huge return, and I don't know. I think I can see a lot of artists like on my feed, people that I know, just like starting to post more about their clay sculptures that they've done. Just leaning into that, and it's like I get it, because it's amazing. It's too much fun to just stop, like not getting paid for it, but I don't know. It's a little tough to explain, I guess. But I can't stay away from it, basically. Okay. Pause my features, pause my features. And this is, oh shoot, what was it? This the third base of third metacouple, the base of the third metacouple. Okay, before I smooth, insert loop, transpose, and inflate. That's too much. And I would go here. Smooth this out. Okay. And now I think, okay, so what I have to do for this is, okay, I think the thickness will be fine once I start sculpting on it. Alright, let's bring back extensor term, which looks like this actually covers it, but maybe it's like pushed over a bit more to the side. Oh, shoot. Okay, that feels a bit better. Well, it does look like it kind of like it goes along this. Oh, okay, how am I gonna do this? Let's just do this. Switch that up. I see, okay. Kind of look, because I'm also looking at the Ancodius, and it kind of looks like, okay, this should be higher probably, a little bit low over there. And, because it looks like the medial epicondyle, that's the, oh, that's the lateral. The lateral epicondyle kind of peaks a bit. And does also look like this would be probably a bit bigger too, a little bit thicker too. Let's do that. Okay. This does go underneath. I'll just leave that like that. There we go. Again, I guess, the thing that I have to remind myself is progress, not perfection. Just keep going. Okay, so it's just, okay, so I guess the tendon peaks over here, but yeah, it looks like it's, yep, it looks like it's peaking, but because this is the third metacarpal that it's inserted, so it's like right here, this right here. So it actually looks, oh, okay, so it looks like it's caught right here, and that's where that tension's coming from. So I gotta move this, and it will be underneath just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, when it comes to sculpting though, I think don't know, I just think, you know, I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine, and we were just talking about how, at the end of the day, it's like, what do you enjoy doing? You know, as far as like your hobby or art, anything like that, like, what is it that you like enjoy just to do, not for the sake of like capitalism or, you know, to make money or anything like that. It's just, what do you want to do? And I feel like, I mean, it'd be cool, you know, to make, I mean, like, that's literally why I started a career as a character artist, you know, is to be able to make a living doing something that, you know, I love. That burnt me out. That shit burnt me the fuck out. No, but like, I guess it depends on where, because going corporate definitely was not a decision I should have made. Although, you know, money was good, so. Yeah, money was good, but I don't know. Part of me feels like I'm happy that I had those experiences because it opened my eyes up to quite a lot. But as much as about the situations, as much as about like myself, you know, and ways that I can grow as a person too. Because I can't say like, oh, these everywhere was like terrible, you know, but without even taking accountability for like what I might have, who I might have been, you know, like procrastinate or anything like that. A lot of that, again, like a lot of that has to do with like perfectionism, you know, and wanting to get things right, and then taking too long to actually get into doing something because of that fear of failure, you know. Which I'm learning a lot of artists actually deal with. Like, I wonder what's going on with that, or where that is. Oops. Yeah, I wonder why that is. Like, so many artists deal with very similar issues. Let's make this a bit thinner. Okay, so, okay, so this is actually going to be pretty thick still. This is going to be what's thin. Oops. Just making sure that's still a third metacarpal. Let's just flatten this a bit. Okay. How strong is this? Oh yeah, I'm still using my mouse, so. This will definitely have a bulge, but I think not as much as a few of these other muscles. Okay, so I think that's okay. That's good enough. Okay. So, there's two, oh, there's this one. I think this is Digity, Extensor Digity Minimi, which I don't, I think I'm going to include, just out of respect of, the scopes I've seen. Okay, I think that is the 5th metacarpal, and it looks like it's probably the middle, base of the middle. Okay, that's that's exactly what that looks like. I'll leave it here underneath though. I'm also going to inflate. And you know, I think okay, I think I'll actually make the muscle clamp, the connection, rather than just not have it. And I think this is also on the lateral epicondyle, but let me double check just to be sure. And this is the extensor digity mini move. Origin. Yep. Lateral epicondyle of the humerus via the common extensor tendon and inserts into the extensor expansion of the fifth digit extensor head. Oh, it must be maybe this, like some tendon. Oh, well, it says it. Okay, so, okay, lateral epicondyle of the humerus. Let me just get a visual of that, though. Okay. So, it's like, because I'm mostly happy with where the rest of the muscles are. I just want to make sure that this is a little bit better, too. Let's just inflate you to... then back. And pause my goop. And now it's nice. Won't be that big, so let's go with these two. And or originates here, and inserts. I'm just gonna say it inserts here. Alright, so I'm gonna have to bring those back. I think this is oddly enough. Oh, tizay. Did I really just say that? Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, all that's left after this is the Anconis. So that'll be like super quick. Let me just flip this and make sure that things are messed up over here. And they are. That's good. Okay, let's do this. Click our normals. Our groups. Oops. Yeah, it just has to be a little bit thinner, but it's okay. I can just leave that. Transpose. And inflate by 3. Okay, I'll flip you first. And then I'll inflate by 3. It's a small bulge. No, it's not that thin. Maybe like right here. Okay. Oh shoot, I forgot about this. Pollicis brevis. But, you know what? It has been over an hour, but, and I'll do these off stream, but I've pretty much done the same exact thing for almost all of these muscles. So, like, it should be the same. It's the same method. You know, I just inflate it. I create a group, zero mesh, so that it's a bit straighter, and then it's just easier to manipulate lower topology than like higher topology. So that's just how I do it. It's just easier for me to do it that way. So yeah. Well, it's coming along, I think. So I'm like primarily using this as like an idea for like what's going to be kind of what's going to be shown, because I think this person is a lot more interesting. So she's definitely doing pronation. The same as this model, but these bones are not completely correct. Yeah, they're not completely correct. Honestly, I think the only thing that I'll have to do for that is probably... because that's a styloid process, and I think it is... oh wait, I forgot some reference here. Okay. I think maybe this. Like, there's definitely a hook here, but I don't think that bulge is... I don't think it's as much of a bulge. Let's bring that down. Nope, that's not... there's not that much of a bulge like that. There is one, but not like that. Let's bring this up. Oops, what the heck did I just do? Oh. I'm not gonna get too crazy because I'm only using the mouse though. But it just wasn't that bulgy. And then outside of that, the other thing would be that styling process. Should I? Because let's see. So I'm just trying to figure out if some of this is correct. Like this, I feel like it's a bit more up here because there's no way. Okay, so both have it, and like it just doesn't look like it would create that this bulge right here, like because the pisiform bones, which are like 8 of them, they're like this size right here, or it'd be better to see right here. I think it was Shift D or Control D. They're like right here, and then you have your metacarpals, which are coming out. And in her case, hers is going down back this way. And then, yeah, and then you have your, metacarpals, proximal, and distal. But here, this is like a styloid process. It should be, it's like from this angle, something like this. Bone. And then that's creating kind of like something like this before you actually get to the hand. And you can see it here, like that. It creates like a little bit of a ridge there before it actually gets to the hand. So this doesn't look like it's going to do that. But then again, and this is what I said earlier, is that bones, although these are obviously like anatomically, correct, they're anatomically correct for sure, but people are different. Sometimes it doesn't even show up for some people, or is visible for some people. So it's very interesting. It's like, I don't know, it's very. Well, anyways, let's do this. I think this might actually make more sense, because I think that's the, what is this bad boy called? I think this is the extensor, this is the extensor digiti minimi, this right here. Let me double check, because I think I have it here already. Okay, so I need to see it with all of the muscles. Okay, so I guess it is like this. Okay. Probably something closer to this. Let's get the Anconius before I spend even longer or overstay. I'll leave it like that for now, but when I'm sculpting, and because the thing that I really want to do is actually well, now what I'm thinking I really want to do is like sculpt over it too with another mesh, pretty much like the. Yeah, just pretty much like the skin. It sounds so weird saying it like that. But yeah, that part. Also my cat. Midnight, he's wanting attention, so can't deny him pets, you know, can't deny him pets. Alright, so zoo measure. Keep groups. Hold on, buddy. Zoo measure. Half. Let's do that. He's actually pretty cute because sometimes he'll chill with me and watch me sculpt. Like he'll lay on my lap while I sculpt, which sounds tough to do, which it was to figure out, but because he would always just come on my lap, and I had to figure out how to, you know, maneuver him so that, you know, he could still cuddle with me and I could still work. I think this is going to be okay. And it doesn't have to be perfect, honestly. At least this doesn't have to be perfect. And PZM, key mesh all polygons, flip, compare normals. And I guess this is another preview of essentially what I'm going to do for the other two muscles. Polish group, polish by polish groups. Polish by groups. Whoa. Okay, so insert. Transpose. I kind of don't think I need to do this, but for some reason I just was in a loop, you know? I'm just doing it. Let's do it. I don't know. Yeah, so that should be okay. Okay. Alright, so I'll get the other two off stream, and then next stream will be, as I said, it will be sculpting. But, you know, thank you for getting this far in the stream. I hope that, you know, you learned something. Yeah, I hope that you learned something, and you know, like, share, comment any, you know, advice or you know, just things that you'd like me to focus on or work on, but in the future at least. I mean, I have a few ideas of like characters. I think characters I'm in the middle of working on, so you know, just keep that in mind. Yeah. All right. Okay. Bye.